Hello students, Professor Piggy here. Today we are talking about automation and scripting in security operations, and this is an area where smart little piggies build sturdy brick houses while the wolf wastes time huffing at the door. On the Security Plus exam, you must understand not just what automation does, but why it strengthens security, reduces risk, and improves operational consistency across an organization. Let us begin with the role of scripting in security tools, such as a Security Information and Event Management System, commonly called a SIEM. A SIEM collects and analyzes log data from multiple sources to identify events of interest. Behind the scenes, scripts are used to parse log entries, correlate events, and trigger predefined responses when specific conditions are met. For example, if repeated failed login attempts are detected, a script may automatically send an email alert to administrators or disable an account based on policy. Closely related to SIEM technology is security orchestration, automation, and response, known as SOAR. A SOAR platform uses predefined playbooks and scripts to respond to low-level security events without requiring constant human intervention. This demonstrates orchestration by coordinating responses across multiple security tools seamlessly. If the wolf triggers a known malware alert, the SOAR system can automatically isolate the affected endpoint, create a ticket, notify the appropriate team, and document the incident. This reduces response time and allows security staff to focus on complex investigations rather than repetitive tasks. Now let us discuss the major automation and scripting use cases you must know for the exam. The first is user provisioning, which refers to creating, modifying, disabling, and deleting user accounts and permissions. Automating user provisioning ensures that access is granted according to the principle of least privilege and removed promptly when no longer needed. This reduces the risk of unauthorized access and prevents orphaned accounts from becoming an easy doorway for the wolf. Another important use case is resource provisioning. Resource provisioning is the automated creation, configuration, and decommissioning of infrastructure components such as virtual machines, storage volumes, and networks. Automation ensures that these resources are deployed using standardized, secure configurations. This prevents configuration drift, which occurs when systems gradually deviate from their intended secure baseline over time. Guardrails are also a key concept. Automated guardrails enforce security policies by preventing configurations that violate organizational standards. For example, a guardrail may block the deployment of a cloud storage bucket that is configured for public access. This ensures that security best practices are consistently applied, even if a well-meaning administrator makes a mistake. Security group management is another use case. Security groups define network access rules that control inbound and outbound traffic to systems. Automation ensures that these rules are consistently applied and updated to reflect changes in the threat landscape. When the wolf tries to slip through an unnecessary open port, automated controls ensure that port is already closed and monitored. Ticket creation and escalation are central to incident response. Automation can generate a ticket automatically when a defined security event occurs, ensuring that no alert is ignored. Escalation rules can automatically notify higher-level personnel when incidents meet predefined severity criteria. This structured process improves response time and ensures that critical threats are addressed quickly and appropriately. Enabling and disabling services and access is another powerful use case. Automation can disable accounts after repeated failed login attempts, revoke access when an employee leaves the organization, or stop a vulnerable service based on a risk assessment. This limits the attack surface, which is the total number of potential entry points an attacker could exploit. By reducing unnecessary services and access, you reduce opportunities for exploitation. Continuous integration and testing are essential in modern development environments. Continuous integration is the practice of frequently merging code changes into a shared repository where automated builds and tests are performed. Automation ensures that code is reviewed, tested, and validated against security requirements before deployment. This reduces the likelihood that vulnerabilities are introduced into production systems. Integrations and application programming interfaces, known as APIs, are also central to automation. An API is a set of defined rules that allows one software application to communicate with another. Automation uses APIs to integrate security tools so they can exchange information in real time. For example, a vulnerability scanner can send results directly to a ticketing system or a SOAR platform for automated remediation steps. Now let us examine the benefits of automation and scripting. Efficiency and time savings are among the most obvious advantages. Tasks that once required manual effort can be performed consistently and quickly by scripts, freeing security personnel to focus on higher-value strategic initiatives. Instead of chasing every small alert, the team can focus on hunting the wolf in the forest where he truly hides. Automation also enforces baselines. A security baseline is a minimum set of security configurations that must be applied to systems. Automated processes ensure that systems are deployed and maintained according to these predefined baselines. If a deviation occurs, automation can detect and remediate it, preserving a consistent and secure environment. Standardized infrastructure configurations further reduce risk. By automating deployment, organizations ensure that every system is configured according to approved templates. This reduces misconfigurations, which are a common source of vulnerabilities. Consistency is strength, and strength keeps the brick house standing firm. Automation enables secure scaling. As organizations grow, the number of systems, users, and services increases significantly. Automated processes allow security controls to scale consistently without requiring proportional increases in staffing. This acts as a workforce multiplier, allowing a small team to manage a large and complex environment effectively. Automation and scripting also enhance employee retention by reducing repetitive tasks and enabling focus on more engaging strategic work. Improved reaction time is another critical benefit. Automated systems can detect, analyze, and respond to threats in seconds. Rapid containment reduces the potential impact of incidents and limits damage. While the wolf may be fast, properly implemented automation is faster. However, wise piggies must also understand the considerations and risks. Automation introduces complexity, and increased complexity can create new vulnerabilities if not properly managed. Poorly written scripts or misconfigured automation tools can propagate errors quickly across an environment. Cost is another factor. The initial investment in automation tools, infrastructure, and training can be significant. Organizations must evaluate whether the long-term benefits outweigh the initial expenses, while ensuring that implementations align with business and security objectives. There is also the risk of a single point of failure. If critical operations rely entirely on one automation system and it fails, operations may be disrupted. Redundancy and fallback mechanisms are necessary to maintain resilience and availability. Technical debt is an ongoing concern. Technical debt refers to the future cost incurred when systems or scripts are not properly maintained or updated. Outdated automation scripts can introduce vulnerabilities or fail to integrate with newer technologies. Regular review, maintenance, and documentation are essential to maintain long-term supportability. Finally, ongoing supportability must be considered. Automation requires skilled personnel who understand how the scripts and tools function. Proper documentation, monitoring, and training ensure that automation remains an asset rather than a liability. A well-maintained automation framework strengthens the organization, while neglected automation becomes fragile straw. For the Security Plus exam, remember the key use cases of automation and scripting include user provisioning, resource provisioning, guardrails, security groups, ticket creation, escalation, enabling and disabling services and access, continuous integration and testing, and API-driven integrations. Remember also the key benefits such as efficiency, enforcement of baselines, standardized configurations, secure scaling, faster reaction time, employee retention, and functioning as a workforce multiplier. And never forget to evaluate complexity, cost, single points of failure, technical debt, and supportability. Automation is not about replacing the security team. It is about empowering the team to act faster, more consistently, and more strategically. When properly implemented, automation ensures that the wolf is detected early, contained quickly, and thoroughly documented for future improvement. Study these concepts carefully, understand the terminology precisely, and always think about how automation reduces risk while improving operational efficiency. Build your knowledge like bricks, layer by layer, and no attacker will blow it down. Like and subscribe for more cybersecurity wisdom. Oink.